upbeat but tense music, footage of EV charging, factory lines, Capitol Hill, and headlights flashing, EV tax credit under fire, and Congress slipped on Biden's green push. Automakers join the fight. A new political showdown is heating up in Washington, and it's all about electric vehicles. President Biden's latest proposal to expand federal EV tax credits has sparked fierce debate in Congress, with lawmakers divided and automakers lobbying hard to shape the outcome. Tesla, Ford, and GM vehicles charging map of US showing charging deserts. At the center of the fight, who qualifies for the tax credit and who does not. What's in the new proposal? White House press briefing, Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm speaking. Under the current law, buyers can receive up to $7,500 in federal tax credits for purchasing a new electric vehicle. But strict domestic sourcing rules, including requirements for battery materials made in the US or by trade partners, mean many popular EV no longer qualify. Graphic comparing current law versus proposed hearings. Graphic comparing current law versus proposed changes. The Biden administration wants to broaden eligibility, allowing more vehicles to qualify even if some components come from outside the US. The goal: speed up EV adoption, support automakers' transition, and fight climate change more aggressively. This is the Congress, a divided highway. Senate floor footage, lawmaker in debate. But not everyone's on board. Democrats, especially from urban and coastal states, largely support the expansion, saying it's essential to meet clean energy goals and reduce emission. Senator E.D. Markey said that every American should be able to afford an electric vehicle, not just the wealthy. But Republicans and even some moderate Democrats are pushing back. They argue that loosening the requirements could benefit Chinese suppliers and undermine US manufacturing. Senator Josh Hawley said that we are handing taxpayer money to companies that outsource key components to adversaries. That's a problem. Automakers weigh in. Executive from GM, Ford, Hyundai at hearings or press events. Meanwhile, automakers are caught in the middle and turning up the pressure. Major players like Ford, GM, and Hyundai are urging Congress to expand eligibility, warning that the current rules could slow down production and cost them market share. Auto factories, battery plants, construction. Many manufacturers say they are investing billions in US EV plants, but supply chains, especially for minerals like lithium and cobalt, can't shift overnight. Public opinion and market impact. EV drivers being interviewed, gas prices flashing on screen. Polls show most Americans support incentives for electric vehicles, especially as gas prices remain volatile. But affordability remains a huge barrier. Only about 9% of new vehicle sales in the US and EV are compared to over 30% in parts of Europe and China. Clips of new EV models launching. Without border tax credits, analysts say the US risks falling behind in the global EV race, and everyday consumers may continue to opt for gas-powered cars. Calendar graphic showing for 2025 legislation session. Congress is expected to vote on the expanded credit proposal later this year, likely as part of a larger energy or budget package. With the 2026 midterms approaching, this debate could become a litmus test on climate policy, manufacturing, and economic fairness. Charging station in rural area, family pricing in an EV. For now, one thing is clear: the road to its electrification in America is charged with politics, and the next few months will be critical in determining whether EV become truly accessible for the average American. So zoom on a suburban driveway, whether an EV quietly charges music fares. Cleaner energy, domestic jobs, global competition. The future of electric vehicles in the US could come down to what happens in Congress and what kind of power we put behind the wheel. Should EV tax credits be expanded? Tell us in the comments and subscribe for more political plus tech updates.